Welcome back once again to CBSE Board Economics. I'm Sudham Hussain. We have been discussing energy quite for some time, the significance of energy, the different sources of energy like hydropower, thermal power, nuclear, atomic power. And we discussed what are the hurdles, what are the difficulties in energy generation. Now today we'll be discussing another very important topic. Discuss the reforms which have been initiated to meet the energy crisis in India. What reforms the government has taken to meet the energy crisis? So we discussed already, energy is very important for the economy. Without energy, the wheels of the industry come to a stop. There won't be agricultural production. You need electricity there, for taking out water, right? So energy is very important for industry, for the service sector, for primary, secondary and tertiary sector. But the country, India, is not able to tap all its energy resources, whether it is thermal power or hydropower. That's why we discussed today in this very important topic what reforms have been introduced to meet the energy crisis in India. One by one we'll discuss it. The first reform, improvement in plant load factor, PLF. We are not able to tap the full capacity of especially thermal power project. That is PLF, plant load factor. That's very important. We're not able to extract the complete plant load factor, the complete capacity of the thermal power project. That is first one, that is improvement. We have to improve to 80% of the plant load factor, 90% so that we'll have plenty of electricity. The second point, you have control of transmission and distribution losses. We discussed in the earlier video, all the state electricity boards, SEBs, suffer from transmission and distribution losses. When the electricity is transmission and distributed, there is a huge transmission and distribution loss. There may be power theft. That's why all electricity boards suffer losses that we should plug or control it, transmission and distribution losses. Increase in productive capacity. We should increase the productive capacity of the power plants. If it is 500 megawatt, make it to 800 megawatts. If it is 800 megawatt power project, make it to 1000. That is increase in productive capacity. Promote role of private sector. See, the private sector was not forthcoming in power generation, maybe because of huge investment, maybe because of red tapeism in the government. So we should encourage the private sector entrepreneurs to come and establish power plants to sell electricity. We should also encourage the foreign entrepreneurs, so multinational companies, foreign direct investments in electricity generation. And the next one, encourage use of renewable sources of energy. India has plenty of solar energy. So solar, so we can tap solar energy, wind energy we can have, tidal energy we can have, biomass. So we can have, so to some extent, these are also help in producing electricity. India, I suppose, is the 5th largest country in windmills, in windmill electricity, right? We can generate wind energy through that. And so they will also to some extent help you encourage use of renewable sources. And the next one, you have development of hydro potential. See, India is blessed again with so many rivers, with so many hills where you have small waterfalls. So we can tap all those. We can establish hydropower projects there to generate electricity. So that's hydropower. That's much cheaper and it does not pollute the atmosphere. It is a renewable source of energy, unlike thermal power, right? And the development of hydro potential, and what other measures the government should invest more money in power sector, and the government should give incentives to the private entrepreneurs, and the government should encourage foreign investors to invest in energy sector. So what are the simple points you have? Discuss the reforms which have been, look at this, we'll discuss in detail now, reforms which have been initiated to meet the energy crisis in India. Now we'll discuss in detail. The first point you have is improvement in plant load factor, PLF. The plant load factor is an important indicator of operational efficiency of thermal power plants. Improvement in PLF will help better utilization capacity of the plant. The second point is control of transmission and distribution losses. To solve the power crisis, transmission and distribution losses should be effectively controlled, as they adversely affect the financial health of power utilities. I told you all the state electricity boards suffer from losses because of transmission and distribution losses. The third point, increase in productive capacity. In India, there is underutilization of production capacity of thermal power stations. Its productive capacity should be increased to control power crisis. So, increase in productive capacity, because every year the need for electricity keeps on increasing with the development of the economy. So, we should increase the productive capacity of the thermal hydropower projects. Next is promote role of private sector. Although the private sector has made some progress, it is necessary to tap this sector to come forward and produce power on a large scale. India is the world's fifth largest producer of wind power, with more than 95% investment coming from the private sector. So that's pretty good. So promote private sector. So I suppose these windmills and all are coming from abroad, right? Some of the foreign entrepreneurs are investing in India. And the fifth point, encourage use of renewable sources. Use of renewable energy sources can ensure additional supply of electricity. With the large availability of biomass in India, there is a significant potential for meeting energy needs, particularly in rural and remote areas. Greater reliance on renewable energy resources offers enormous economic, social, and environmental benefits. And the sixth point you have, development of hydro potential. India is quite rich in hydropower potential, with an estimated hydropower potential of more than, believe me or not, 150,000 megawatts. However, only 21.14% of the potential has been developed till date. So, there is serious need to fully explore the potential of hydropower. What are the last other measures? Other measures which can help in meeting the power crisis or increase in public investment. The government should come forward and open up more power projects. Better research. The government should encourage research and development in energy, better research and development efforts, and technological innovation. This will all help. So what we discussed, the reforms that are required in energy crisis. So the country is developing, economy is developing. As the country develops, we all know the demand for energy will go up, whether you are working in the primary sector or secondary or tertiary sector. So you need energy. So what reforms the government should take? I told you there should be uninterrupted supply of raw materials. For example, coal should be supplied to the thermal power project. And plant load factor, full capacity of a thermal power project. And we should increase the capacity of the thermal power project, and wherever it is possible we should go in for hydropower, because that is much cheaper, renewable, and it does not pollute the atmosphere. We should encourage the private entrepreneurs in energy sector. We should encourage the foreign entrepreneurs and foreign direct investments in energy. And we should give more focus to alternative sources of energy like wind energy, biomass, thermal, then you have solar energy. So mind it, India is the 5th largest producer of wind energy. And the government should encourage all kinds of investments, either foreign investments or private enterprise. Government should develop technology, so they should encourage all kinds of research and development. So that's all we have time for this video. So remember again, the points I keep on repeating in each video. When you watch the video, whatever the points and the notes that appears in the video, jot it down in a separate notebook and learn. Number 2, listen to the video with the help of earbuds or earphones so that you don't get outside noise, that we call it noise cancellation, and no distraction. Whatever you learn straight away go to your mind. And number 3, work hard for the board exams. And number 4, write short and brief and to the point instead of beating the bush. So we wish you all the best for your exams. Don't forget to share, subscribe and like our videos. All your friends will definitely bless you. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.